Well, the one good thing that I've seen Biden actually do so far, and I'm a Democrat. I ran as a Democrat. You're a Democrat.
No,
or
no,
you
no,
were.
no.
You're a former Democrat.
I am a former Democrat.
We'll get into that in a second. But federal prisons can no longer be privatized. That's what I understand, but I haven't looked into it. I don't know if it was the federal government should do a study into not utilizing private prisons, or just in general, no new contracts for private prisons, because like a lot of the executive orders that presidents sign are kind of just like, we will look into this. Oh, I have an executive order, I'm gonna do this, but it's like, we're gonna look into doing this, and it's a good it's good politically because it makes you look like you're working.
I really haven't looked into that much. I do know that there was an executive order. There would be no more. Well, from the federal side, there would be no more privatizations, right? Of the jail. But what does that do on the state side? Are the states going to follow up? That's the question. Because
I doubt
the states still can do what they're doing. I don't believe in privatizations of our jails. I mean, to me, it creates slave labor, and exactly what it is, because that's what it is. Let's call it what it is: slave labor.
And you think about it, every lawmaker who supports these types of, like, okay, let's say marijuana, like, okay, we know what it's causing in society. The negative impacts, the incarceration, the minorities who are mainly in prison because of it. Like, it takes the local politicians, in my opinion, to stand up and do the same thing Biden did. Said, hey, okay, no more state prisons. Governor Ige was just talking about looking for a private contractor for a new prison. Like, what? Not like but like to run the prison. Like,
the state should be for me, the state is responsible, and they should be the ones running the prisons. No private entity should be running a prison, because to me, that puts too much power in the hands of the private business, and will end up creating slave labor. That's all to it. I don't know how else to say it.
And like, honestly, how do you put someone in prison for a plant, dude, that grows naturally, that you really don't have to do anything with, and it's just, but you can go and you can buy a pack of cigarettes which have like 18 different chemicals in it. It's not a natural, it's the tobacco plant, but then there's like 18 different things. That's okay. Like, I mean, in my opinion, no one's perfect. No one goes every day following every single law on the books and being kind and courteous to everyone. Like, okay, marijuana is illegal. People are smoking it. It's illegal. People are growing it. It's illegal. They should be punished, is what people would say. But the other thing is like, why? What's so bad about it?
No, and that's the flip side of it.
But when you go back and look at the history, the threat that the marijuana industry, the cannabis industry, the hemp industry would have had on like paper. And then you realize that's where these laws come from, because it's the corporate interests.
Yeah. So the legalization of marijuana would threaten the big tobacco companies, I think.
Well, it would threaten. I mean, Governor Ige had a chance to legalize the hemp industry, commercial hemp industry,
but he didn't.
And he killed the bill.
Yeah, he killed the bill. I mean, hemp,
why?
Yeah, I don't.
And then COVID hits and the economy tanks. And everyone's like, we got to diversify. Yeah, but
and hemp would have been great to grow, because hemp makes a lot of things, from ropes to clothing and all that. It would have been an agriculture industry that we should have had started